up with due south.
I'll follow you once you get close.
It's pretty good.
I turn my heading.
Copy.
Coming around to due south. Get a couple sonar passes there. That's pretty close.
Pretty close, yep. Alright, so I'm lining up maybe 170. Pretty much puts it in front of me. I don't really need to come down, I'm just going to push forward a little bit.
Yep. I agree with that.
And if you want to rise, how do you feel? We can rise a little bit if you want.
I'm at Delta 15, I'm okay. If you need to rise, I'll come up with you.
Copy. Let's get a little closer.
I'm coming up.
Going out of auto depth. Going out of auto heading. Alright, let's start with some seat bias. If you feel good, you can start with lights.
Tracking drawer. Starboard wing outboard. Port wing outboard. Okay. Deploying uppers.
Just try to stay centered your screen while you do that.
Thank you. Snappy. You want your lowers as well?
Yeah, sure. You can bring them just a little bit out. Looks pretty steep here. Perfect. I'm going to go off sick for a second, see what current does, and also Z-bias. Current looks like nothing.
Yeah, it's very reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think I'm moving at all. Alright.
Okay, so let's see, we're facing, I'm at 165 because I have a little offset.
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty good for forward progress.
That actually kind of looks like high pack anyway.
Okay. The way to waypoint 2 is a little bit north of that.
Yeah, we can cheat that way.
Yeah.
Actually, looks like this might be the ridge, maybe. That's pointing.
It's awfully early, but it could be. Might be an undulation or the ridge.
Wait, yeah, this got to be something else. Oh well.
Could be. Could be
Get up there.
Nappy's off a little.
All right. Watch lead. This is pilot. Hey, so.
Good morning, pilot.
Hey, how's it going? We're all set up, and lights are out, lasers are on. We're gonna start moving up slope, so we can start the dive.
There was actually, we passed branching as soon as we landed. Could we go back quick and see it? Or
yeah, I could back up.
there was a branching coral.
Kind of a golden peach-colored tissue. Maybe about a meter tall.
Copy that. I'll back up and see if I find it. Just coming down a little bit. Co-pilot.
Copy. Following you.
Oh, yep.
Is this it?
Yep, that's
Lower
it.
right. Yep.
Alright, video, you want to start to come in?
Let me know when you're clear on the lasers.
Yeah, you can grab. That's good.
It's like it's a black coral, huh?
It's a black coral. Yeah, but now that I'm looking more closely, it could be something else than what I initially thought. Bunch of chirostylid crabs on this one, though.
Yeah, look at the really small one up there.
Yeah, I've never seen this many crabs on one coral colony during this entire expedition. I think this is just a hot spot for associate organisms, or they just really like this black coral. Yeah. So, in my guide of this area, this was suggested to be something in the Cladopathidae, but I don't have a good genus or species level ID on this, so we're going to have to take a little bit of a closer look. Can we go from base to or
yeah, copy that.
whichever
I'll
way
go down to the base.
Yep. And then I didn't notice if they were on before, but before
There's
we
the
leave,
base video, let me know when you're
to
ready
get the
for it to
lasers.
come up. All right, coming up.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
sure.
Yep. A lot of associate small crustaceans on this one. No brittle stars, but crustaceans.
Yeah, you can see they're really tiny.
Very nice.
All right, wash leads. Anything else specific from this?
There's also a couple right to the left.
Yeah, on this one, no, just to get lasers on or around the colony before we leave.
Yeah,
or
copy
move.
that. All right, let's go for your full video, and then when you're happy, we'll get lasers back on. All right, grab lasers real quick. Yeah. All right, there are lasers, so we can get them on that. It's pretty good. All right, and then watch it. What's next?
There was a small white branching coral to the left, I believe.
To the left. Is it in view?
Yeah, it's right on the edge of the rock. It's like at 10 o'clock. Keep on going left.
Keep going left.
Oh, it's now hard.
Video, you want to come in partial?
I believe it's a little bit more to the left.
More to the left. Copy.
Yeah. It's right here.
Lower left corner.
Lower left, yeah. It's small.
Very small. Copy that. All right, video, you want to come on in more?
Okay. I know what this is. This was probably one of the most abundant corals that I was seeing on seamounts in this area. It's a primnoid octocoral in the genus Candidella, although it's not a really healthy looking colony. It's kind of mangled. and it's kind of a tough, a little bit of a tough orientation, but I think this is Candidella imbricata, which is grows in these small fans, very prominent polyps that stick out perpendicular to the axis. Pretty not very dense polyps, as we were saying yesterday with the Narella, but I think that's enough. I think we'll see plenty of these since this is their ideal depth range.
Copy that.
We can get a better look at the next one.
Let's lasers one last time.
This is actually
moving on.
One of the most abundantly sampled colonies as well. We have about half a dozen or more collections of this from seamounts. Oh, there's actually
another.
Sorry, the lower left corner. There was something really bizarre sticking out of the rock there.
Yep, copy that. Going back.
Actually, you know what? I don't know. This topography is a little weird. Maybe you guys can provide some input, but it looks like we're on top of a ridge rather than in a rut.
We kind of thought the same thing. We thought maybe it might be a micro feature. Once we get to the top, we can kind of peek over and see what it is.
Lower center now, or center, kind of right on the lasers. There's a
copy
feathery thing.
Videos start to come in.
This one might be a sponge.
And it's one of those carnivorous sponges.
Possibly, yeah. It looks a little fouled, but like it may not be living anymore. But it's difficult to tell with these sponges. Okay, thanks for that.
Copy that.
There's also a cup coral Javania-like species in the lower left, just off the screen.
Lasers.
Yeah, there we go. Almost certainly Javania.
Do you want to zoom on the cup coral?
Yeah, just a quick snap in and out.
Yep.
Yeah, looks very much like Javania. All right, thanks very much. Whenever video's happy. If I can make a suggestion, we've seen a lot on this little rocky outcrop here. Can we follow it a little ways?
Yeah, just follow it upslope.
Yeah, just to see where it goes, and if it peters out, we can.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that,
on.
no problem.
We've got it in the Sirius view for at least another.
Yeah. Just
20 or so
what's
meters.
the orientation of this ridge by your estimate?
Let's see, it's going. Just turn, rotate. So from the Sirius is
Keep coming around a
looking-
little bit. If you keep coming, I can tell you when it looks like you're lined up.
Yeah,
Maybe there.
about 145 degrees upslope.
Okay.
Yeah. You can line up that way and head there.
Sure.
Going around to 145. We might do like a hop it.
I see some other
155
white
just to get
sands
me a
in the
little closer
distance.
to it.
Yeah, there's something white
Sounds good to me.
branching right on there.
So at this depth range,
Yeah, maybe
I was saying before that Candidella
150
imbricata was everywhere.
we can do
It's
whatever, 20 or 30 meters.
a very, very common
If we think there's going to be a lot to look
Primnoid
at, we can stick
at
to
these
20.
mid-bathyal
We
depths
think we're going to move along.
in this area. But there are also other Primnoid colonies that are known from this area, so it's worth a double check.
Oh, there's some more branching.
Got some more outcrop over here too. If you want to like
It's a lot, yeah.
walk back and forth, that's well within reach. If you want to see two interesting things at once.
So pilot, we're going to want to look at the left-hand side. There's
Left copy.
on the same ridge we've been following. There's a small white, kind of stony-shaped
Yes,
fan,
Copy that. I'll head to it.
and as well something underneath it too. Right there.
All right, video. You want to start to come in? Kill lasers, kill pilot.
Okay, so what do we got here? So this looks like a species of corallium, or coralliid. Possibly very similar to the corallid we were looking at on that vertical wall where the colony was like a meter tall and maybe a meter and a half wide. You actually can see in the lower right-hand corner, there's a hole right here.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the axis. That's where this there's a polychaete that lives inside the skeleton of these corallids, kind of bio-eroding, and it uses it for habitat. And oftentimes you can see several of these worms in the colonies. They actually cause it to be very brittle.
They don't kill it? I mean, it's not stressful for the colony and they don't die off?
Apparently, yeah, a lot of even very large colonies can withstand many of these burrowing worms. I'll have to go back to my notes to find the exact name of it, but it's characteristic, and it's actually used in taxonomic classification of corallids worldwide. So, yeah, very nice corallium, possibly corallium niobe. Can we go down to the one underneath?
Yeah, copy that. Video, let me know. You can get your full shot and move down a little bit. Let me know when you're happy. All right, going down. And come on in when you're ready.
So this is most assuredly Candidella imbricata. This is what they usually look like. It's a primnoid octocoral. You can see that the polyps usually occur in whorls, so they occur at the same level in sometimes pairs or trios or more. But they have this texture. Those are the scales on the polyps that give this family its characteristic feature. Plate-like sclerites on the body wall of the polyp. So this is great. This is a more healthy looking colony than the last one we saw. And then there's one of the stalked crinoids too behind.
Yeah.
The ones that grow out of the sediment.
I wonder if it's the same ones that we saw that were small.
Right, let's grab lasers.
Just bigger.
This guy's
Or
come
different
out.
species.
Watch it. Anything else in this?
This is all set. We can continue on.
Copy that.
You have something tall to your left. I don't know if you see
I
that.
did see to the when you zoom out here to
Fish.
the
Yeah,
upper
copy.
left, kind of again continuing along the ridge. There's a very large whip something. Looks kind of
Just gonna
bizarre
bump
for
a
these
little
depths. It
closer
looks
to
like
the,
something we would see
Yeah.
much shallower, right?
Kind of looks like it's trash or debris.
Oh, there's actually a
But it seems attached.
sponge too.
Oh, there's a yellow. Oh, this is a different.
Video, you want
It's
to
color.
zoom in
Yellow.
right there? Attachment point.
Oh, there's another coral.
Oh yeah, they're like everywhere here. What is this?
Something.
Okay, so
It's
that's-
definitely attached.
That's where it's attached. What about the other side? You know what it kind of looks like is a stalked crinoid base. They have these kind of ribs sometimes in the base of the stalked crinoid, but
But this would be a huge.
it would be way too large. Yeah, I think the business end is probably towards the other end of the
Copy
colony,
that.
but
Video, you want to?
But there is texture.
A little bit.
yeah, it looks like I have never seen this before. I have
No.
no idea what it could be. It doesn't seem to have any polyps on it, which maybe we can find some.
Could it be a worm? Or is it
Huh.
the unknown
Yeah,
tube?
copy
That's
that.
super
Just a
weird.
little bit
It's
away
very
from it.
weird. It has to be a couple meters long.
Yeah, at least.
Huh.
I mean, given the way that it flares at the end, you see it kind of flares out.
Yeah.
I wonder if, maybe it was a sponge. Could have been a sponge too, but that, just a massive sponge to have dragged down the weight of this stock, or somehow kept it up in the water column. I'm totally baffled by this, but it's a stalked organism of some type, probably a sponge or maybe a crinoid, but it's definitely not coral related.
You don't think it could be a worm?
Could be a worm. Would be a really weird growth form for a worm, unless it's extremely long. Yeah, it could be a polychaete too. All right.
Happy with that? Anything
Happy
specific?
with that.
Copy. Video, let me know when you're happy, and then we'll get lasers on. All right, go for lasers, Copilot. Centimeters there.
It's very interesting. It's
Copy.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move on.
I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not an expert in either of those categories, and I at least can say it's not a coral.
Scan left.
There's no evidence of
sticking out of the
branches or
bottom
polyps
here.
or anything, unless it's just
Interest. If not,
that
then
flare at the end was also not indicative
same
that it could be
I
a
thought that
coral.
was a fish. It's not.
There's no evidence of branchlets or anything that were broken off or possibly grazed.
Oh, here's one of these euplectilids. It looks like. Well, we'll have to see if they has a sea plate.
Video, you want to start to come in?
got a scan with the lasers, it looks like.
Yeah, this is a euplectillid sponge, a glass sponge. You could see the sea plate on top, which is a characteristic of euplectillids. This one's rather long. Yeah, it looks like there's some
Video, I'm
maybe
gonna
crustaceans.
inch
A lot of
closer, look
animals
down.
live within these sponges.
Yeah, shrimp almost. They're just getting
Oh.
trapped in there.
Looks like a couple of shrimp. Yeah, looks like a shrimp. And some other small, possibly other crustaceans living inside.
Very nice. Huge spicules.
Yeah, this is a really, we usually see them smaller.
You can see
More
maybe a
condensed.
shrimp.
Yeah, there's a shrimp and some other small, it looks like crustaceans here.
Yep.
You want more light, pilot?
Trapped forever.
Yeah.
Could work with video, whatever he thinks.
Video's a snuff light for you.
Yeah, looks like maybe 5 associates.
Say
All right.
again.
Thanks, pilot.
Copy that.
You ready, pilot?
Yeah, go for it.
Lights on.
Ah, well, they're bigger shrimps now that the light.
Yep.
Something here also.
So it's been suspected that these euplectillid sponges entrap or possibly entrain small
There, huh?
larval crustaceans, or they willingly go into the sponge sometimes very early on in their life. And you always tend to see at least 2, sometimes more, but at least 2, and the suspicion is that they might be a mating pair.
It's gotta be what? 1, 2, 4, 5.
Looks
maybe
like
in there?
5, yeah.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, I can't tell if those are other small shrimps or if they are
They kind of look like,
amphipods.
I think they're small shrimps.
Oh, that, yep, I
Yeah.
can see the one on the top.
Yeah, with the light now.
Yep. Very nice.
I wonder if they self-seed. Like if they do reproduce, I mean, the larvae and everything,
Yeah.
if it's self-seeding, if this is a family.
Yeah. Yeah, presumably some of them get out. you know, maybe in a larval form.
Do you want to keep the lights on for full shot?
But once they get big enough, they're trapped.
Copy. Let me know when you're ready and I'll tilt down. Tilting. Alright, stopped.
We didn't even do introductions. We were so excited.
It's been a busy morning.
Good morning. This is Noah's Okeanos Explorer.
Lasers, copy. Real quick.
We are today exploring the south ridge of Mona Island, an island sandwiched between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. This is an unexplored region. And today we are covering a depth zone that hasn't been well explored during this expedition and possibly other expeditions. So today we're starting off at about 1,200 meters and then reaching a depth about 1,025 meters. So far we've seen a bunch of corals in just the first 20 minutes of this dive.
And they are
and they're still coming. And this, what seems to be an outcrop that goes on.
Yep. Can we take a look at some of these unbranched colonies?
Yeah. Alright, video. I'll start to come in on this one.
Yeah, so this looks like one we saw the other day. This could be Candidella gigantea, which is in the same genus as the Candidella we saw just a bit earlier.
Or is that just for reference?
No, that's just for reference.
Copy, thank you. Kill lasers, Copilot.
Let's take a closer look. Phenomenal. You can actually really see those scale, those modified sclerites.
Copy. Copilot, you can work with video.
Sclerites on the body wall. Yeah, this is Candidella for sure.
Lights on.
Wow. This is the kind of imagery you would almost need a microscope to see, but you can actually see the individual plates, scales on the body. And as well as just below the tentacles, you can see it has some plates there. Amazing imagery. Some small shrimps or mysids or small crustaceans as well on the polyps.
It's just continue to tilt up to the top. While keeping it centered.
So this particular species was previously only thought to occur in the Pacific, but some collections were made in the past 10 years or so, and it was found to exist in the Bahamas. And we made a collection of this in previous day during our dive at Mona Canyon East, I think. And I think the colony in the back is also the same.
Full wide.
Copy. Doing a snap them back real quick.
Yeah, just to confirm.
Are we going for it?
So this Candidella, typically one of the characteristics of this genus is that
my question was,
the polyps will often stick straight out perpendicular
Trying to center it.
The main axis.
Right
The
there.
other whip. Yeah.
Center.
Even when retracted sometimes, but at least it's been reported in the literature that some downward inflection of the polyps has also been found. This one seems to be mostly have its polyps or tentacles retracted, and the polyp.
Are they usually set? They're not sets of 4, but they seem to be divided in sets of 4.
Yeah, so each one of those levels, I guess you could say, sets of 4 is called a whorl, W-H-O-R-L, and the number of polyps per whorl is indicative of something about its identification. and as well the number of polyps in a given length. So polyps per centimeter or whorls per centimeter is valuable information. So very good. I think we can say these are the same.
Copy that.
Let's pull out for a nice widescreen.
Yeah, copy.
There's another, a whip.
Off to the right-hand side there.
It looks like maybe a black coral right there too.
Do you want to tilt down video, or do you want to keep
It's
the
a pretty
Stay
popular
with this
spot.
one for a minute. I'll
Copy.
get both in a second. Then we'll go for both. That is full wide.
coming down?
I
Do
think
back
this is
up to
the
get both, or just tilt down for this first one?
I think just tilt down.
the one on the bottom.
Hold
Are
that.
you tilting down to the base there?
Yeah.
Okay, we can snap zoom on that. We were looking at another one. This one's probably the same. We were looking at another one in the back, kind of behind the stalked crinoid, that feathery star.
Oh, you want me to zoom behind the
Yeah,
crinoid?
yeah. We were looking at one far in the distance, nothing in the
okay.
foreground here. It's see the sponge on the left-hand side at 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
To the right of that rock.
To the right of that rock, there's something in the back.
Yeah, an orange curl.
Copy that.
You'll have to get closer to it.
Yeah, video, let me know when you're ready, and I'll move.
I'm clear.
Copy that.
Kill the lights.
Some lasers on this one for reference.
I think this is the first site we've found on a single dive, at least, both species of Candidella that are known to occur in this area within a couple meters of each other.
And how many species are there?
Oh, I'll have to go back and check. There's at least one more that occurs in this area, but it's not one that I've observed personally.
There's something right there too.
This is what you wanted, Ashley?
Yeah, that's correct.
Copy that. All right, video, you can start to come in. Get lasers, nice, thanks.
This looks like a black coral.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a black coral. This is kind of a mystery black coral. We were looking for this a bit earlier with a particular brittle star on it. And yeah, very nice. I think we'll keep an eye out for this if it has any associates. This could be a collection since it is quite abundant throughout the entire region here.
Copy that.
But yeah, I think all we're going to be able to do for now is just get some good images. So there are 4 species of Candidella
Slight tilt down.
that are
Stopped.
recognized.
And all species occur in the Caribbean.
Come wide.
At least
We got
3 that I
lasers on
know
already,
of.
so I think we're good.
I'm not sure about this other one.
Anything else here, Ashley?
I think there is also a branching right to the bottom left. It's like a single branch.
Bushy.
Copy. Come out and grab lasers real quick. Right there.
Yes.
Video, come on in. These are good.
So it seems to be more that the distribution of Candidella might actually be cosmopolitan. At least Candidella imbricata is found throughout the Atlantic. As well as Gigantea, Atlantic and Pacific. So this looks like
Maxim.
something else, different black coral. It's tough to say with these
Turn
black
on the
corals
extra
whether or
lights.
not they are actually just
Copy. Come
new
on, 3, 2, 1.
observations or maybe just small colonies of something that
Yeah,
hasn't branched yet.
branched.
So tough to make that call right now, but it's worth getting some imagery of it.
Full screen.
Thanks, pilot. There's a tiny crypthelia down there too.
It looks like a dead
straight down.
coral,
Yeah.
cup
Off
coral.
subject.
Juvenia, possibly. Yep, little baby crypthelia.
Video's clear.
Well, I had my suspicions for this site, and it's already coming to fruition.
All right, watch leads. Anything else in this screen?
Not this one here.
Copy that. I'm going to keep moving on then.
Yep. Sure, we could spend all day here, but we have quite an ambitious track to do, and
all right, push
kind of a limited bottom time in which to do it.
Yeah, today the second part of today's dive will be characterizing the midwater communities.
So let's see, we were going, yeah, that little outcrop seemed to end watch leads. We just saw the end of it. That looks like slope adjust. Yeah, do you want to realign with me?
Line up with that?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay, I'm coming port, just line up, get a heading. Keep a scan, it's a little bit further.
Buenos días. Hoy estamos al sur de Isla de Mona. Isla de Mona es una isla pequeña entre de República Dominicana y la isla de Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there might be some stuff there.
Hoy estamos explorando una cuesta sur de la isla.
Got something a little funky going on here.
Yeah.
Vamos a bucear a 1233 metros hasta 1025 metros.
Parallel micro ridges.
Yeah,
within the
or
bigger
just this
ridge.
block of hard bottom and then it gets
Vimos
below.
en la mañana muchos corales, posible 5 o 6 especies de corales negros y blandos.
Cool.
This is an interesting debris field here. Can we zoom kind of in the upper, just above the lasers now?
Yeah, video start to come in.
Look at the size of that coral in the distance. Oh, wow. Okay. This is exciting.
It's like coral.
Yeah, can we look at this bushy coral first?
Yeah.
Just above?
Do you want to get closer? I just snapped from far away.
Okay, yeah.
I
think this is a nice colony to image. We're also going to want to look at the one to the left of the lasers now, too.
Yeah, copy that.
Super bizarre. This is that coral colony we collected in the sediment.
With the sponge, possibly.
With the sponge, yeah.
Geodia.
It's so bizarre how you almost only find it.
Come in.
This particular morph in
sediment.
Soft sediment. Yeah. It grows on itself.
Is this the madrepora?
Possibly, yeah. Confirm. I'll do a nice image of the Chrysogorgia first. So we were just saying that there's a couple different corals here. There's a Chrysogorgia colony we're imaging right now with 2 squat lobsters. This is a bottle brush, or what we would refer to as a bottle brush morphology. So this family of corals is sometimes known as the golden corals. Chrysogorgia is the name, and you can kind of see if you look at the central axis or maybe the branches, they have a golden tinge or a luster to them. These are beautiful squat lobsters. Oftentimes we find these Chrysogorgiids with lots of associated organisms. I can see at least 1 amphipod, 2 large squat lobsters. Sometimes we find egg cases associated with these as well. In the Pacific, we found Dumbo octopod cases associated with these corals.
Slight tilt down.
This is the best Saturday morning I've ever had, and like since the last time I got to sleep in, probably.
Video's clear.
Copy that. Anything else? This
Save
little
the best for last.
screen watch it?
Not in this frame. Do we want to look at the sponge or?
I believe that's a
Korea?
Korea.
Yeah. Okay. So to the left, there's a stony colony.
Copy that. Get lasers back on Copilot.
Yeah, it's down. I think it's down low.
Low.
Yeah. Right
Lasers
there.
on?
No, I mean the coral they're looking for.
It's now off the bottom right.
It's off the bottom of the screen towards the right.
Yeah. Pilot, it was just you just passed it. You just needed to pivot a little
Oh, I
bit.
thought you meant the one in the background. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll try to be more clear next time. Yeah, there's corals everywhere. I never thought it would be so difficult.
So dead center?
Yeah, that's right.
Copy. Video, come on in.
Laser's clear.
So we're looking at some rubble here. Although it looks like the original organism that settled here was kind of maybe a stock sponge. See these fibers. Yeah, so we're looking at a colony now of Madrepora, which is known as zigzag coral, common name. You can kind of see why. It kind of makes this zigzag pattern
Let's try with the extra lights.
as it grows, where one polyp branches off another.
This one seems a little bit more pinkish than the one that we collected.
Yeah, then a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
The shallower. The tissue, you can see the tentacles inside the corallite of the center part of the polyp. It's a little pinkish. It's where the mouth would be, where the tissue would be. And we did collect one of these kind of large, very sparsely branching colonies on the south side at, where were we?
In La Parguera.
Yes, that's
Copy
right.
that.
It was very sedimented.
I think it's just a lot of, if we shut the mains off, it might not
fuzzy.
be as bad.
There's more fuzzy lower left of it.
So this,
Do we to move?
Yep.
There's actually, Pilot, before you move, can you snap zoom on the small animal right behind the coral? I think it's a tiny urchin.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Spitodiadematid maybe? One of those very long-spined, small test size.
It's really small. It's like a small recruit.
Awesome.
Cool.
And I just noticed something as we were zooming in there. Right at the base of this white colony, there was a bushy something else, and I think we should get a better image of that. Kind of the, very soft textured, bushy structure. I just want to, okay, it's hydroids.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was something more finely
Big
branched.
amphipod. Look at the middle.
Yeah, massive.
Oh, and a couple, looks like, are those bryozoans?
Oh, those might be
branching.
bryozoans, yeah. I don't see the sclerite or the spicules. That would indicate they're a type of sponge, maybe. Okay, thanks, Pilot.
All set. All right. Video, anything else from this you want?
Nope.
Copy that. We had
It's a
lasers on the way
4M.
in.
Yeah.
Big old 4M.
So I'm going to keep
I wonder if it's a sponge, though.
moving on.
That's a dead
Yeah.
sponge. Now
There's a whole
looking at
rock
it,
face,
like
as you can
seeing
see,
the
that
live
looks
tissue
clear.
and the
Yeah,
dead tissue
to
are
look
very
at.
similar.
Yeah, it
form.
could be. So we're looking at now another
Give us a route to
overhang.
left
I'm
and right.
trying to understand how the
Go over the edge.
topography is oriented here. If
I feel like we're going down slope.
Lights get nice and
Yeah.
serious.
It's like these spurs and
So that's
or
about
these outcrops, these
5
linear outcrops of hard ground. Oh, there's something different.
yeah, lower
Branching.
middle, or if you have a chance, there's a brown structure.
Is it still mid center?
Yep, right there.
Video, come on in. You kill lasers, Copilot.
Have we seen this before?
We have not.
Video, I'm coming slowly
But
into it.
I have
to the side to side.
seen
So
something
coming
like this.
I'll pull you out full wide, 2 or 3 far away.
Kind of reminds me of this. There's another Madrepora. Or is that a Candidella? I can't tell from here. It looks like Candidella. So this is bizarre. So I did image this a few years ago, but it was never collected. And it's interesting. It was possibly in a certain genus, possibly Tanacidipathes, but it wasn't clear exactly what this was.
Let's go with the extra lights.
Let's see. Let me get Dan's feedback first if he's in the area.
Do you want us to stay here for a little bit?
Yeah, can we pause here for a moment? Because this is a black coral that was not well understood. It does have an associate, which could be interesting. Yeah. So see if it comes up something else, but it looks very much like an unusually deep record for possibly Tanacidipathes.
It's interesting because it's very fleshy for a black coral.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
The way that it branches too is, I can't tell how it branches if it's
like Candelum or
very,
something.
yeah, if it's very low on, you know, if it's all coming off of one part of the stem or if it's branching off of each other. A little difficult to see at the moment. I know that black corals are actually pretty poorly sampled in this area, and
Video's clear.
you know, if we do have an opportunity, yeah, we'd like to set up for a collection of a piece of this.
Copy that. Just a piece.
So well, yeah,
just one of the 4 branches.
Yeah, I think that'll be enough. You know, I leave it up to you. You know how to operate the arm better than I do. What is manageable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 branches, if that's what you can grab, might be ideal. But since it does have a squat lobster on the far side, if that's a possibility, that would be a preference.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, I can go for the branch with the squat lobster.
Yeah, that
obviously might escape, but I'm more than happy to try for it.
Yeah, there's always a chance.
Yeah, do you want to put mini Zeus up? If you're happy with serious view. Ooh. Much better, this video.
Is there any gain on that right now, video? It's very noisy.
It's got gain is automatic in it. I can only take the gain out if I'm in the software.
All right, Copilot.
It might be easier to see if we can take it down a notch.
Do you think you can open boxes fine here?
Yeah.
Copy.
I think we'll be fine for opening boxes. I put both pins.
Yeah.
If you get the squat lobster, you might want to go quickly in the port. If you don't, then you'll tuck it in the starboard. So I just set them both.
Yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome.
And you're all spun up.
Excellent. Arms coming on, 3, 2, 1.
You have control of it there. Try 9.
Arms coming on.
Oh, you gotta push on the lower buttons. See the lower green buttons? You gotta select it in there. What are you looking for? Should be sled HD1.
Button stuck in me twice there. Huh. All right, Vida, you want to do a partial with mini Zeus?
Video, just so you know, the fog lights are still on. You want them off?
That's good video. Then can you just center that?
Pilot.
You want them off?
I need to turn off the lights.
Okay, turn them off.
they blind the manips, which they use as a product, so we have to turn it off and correct
Copy that.
the lighting a little bit here.
Can you center dive control, mini Zeus?
I'll bring it down for you, sorry.
Very good.
And the Zeus could come up a little for brightness. It's hard to see here.
Copy that.
Thanks.
That's 3 times that stack.
Yeah, it was sticking on me a little yesterday too.
Went for a while with not though, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oops, right lobster's gone.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll just go starboard then.
Lined up starboard, right to the drawer.
Yeah.
Okay. Extending. Lids open. A little more. That's full open.
Copy that.
Stuck to your jaw still. See it wiggle loose.
Sink in.
It's falling. And in the bottom. Nice.
Awesome. Alright, you can close lid.
Retract your drawer. Fully retracted. Retracting pins on both boxes.
Oh, it looks like a little piece stuck to the fingers. Alright, wash shades. We got most of it in. Looks like a tiny piece stuck to the jaws after we stuck it in, but I think we got 2 good branches in there.
Okay.
And then the remainder is still planted.
Excellent.
Before you lift off,
Yeah.
Just as a put it on your to-do list, in the lower left-hand corner of the frame, there's a white and pink coral.
Yeah, copy that.
If we can get to that,
Yeah.
I'd like a zoom on that too.
straight below the coral you just cut, there's a small black item that
Very
came
good
off
collection.
of it.
Zoom in. You said it came off of the...
Yep. Lower left,
That right there to the left?
the little worm.
Polychaete
Oh.
and a shrimp.
Neat.
Cool.
I think
Alright,
it's a
we'll
polychaete.
move on to
Looks
the...
kind of like sargassum.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. It's like a blade of it.
It
Like
looked
blade
like a
of
purple
sun.
polychaete for a second.
video. I'm just gonna do a quick shuffle. Go next door. Can we get lasers on real quick?
Own it.
Nice.
So much stuff here.
Call that good. You can kill lasers and video you can come on in.
Uh-huh. So the plot thickens with this one. So you can actually see really heavily. So this is a coralliid octocoral. You can see much more heavy bioerosion. Actually, so you can see the worm right here in the center left of the screen, inside the calcium carbonate skeleton. It's a bioeroding worm. But this coralliid looks a little bit different than the previous. The pinkish polyps are kind of a giveaway. As well, the polyps have these striations on them, these kind of vertical lines that might suggest that it could be different from what we observed previously, which we suggested was Corallium niobe. I can't say right now. I don't see enough closed polyps to make an informed delineation, but it's possible that this could be a different corallid based on a couple of different factors. Mark that down tentatively. Okay, thanks, pilot. I think science is all set with that specimen.
Copy that.
This colony, it doesn't look too
great,
with
that
though.
Angle video?
Yep, it's a good angle.
Copy.
Oh, tiny
there's
sea
star.
star.
Yeah.
See the lower left. It's a star-shaped object.
Copy. Well, actually, do you have any interest in star-shaped subject
Can
lower
we do
left
a
of
snap
this?
soon?
Yeah. Video,
So
let me know when
tiny.
you're ready.
I'm ready.
Copy. Little shuffle. Alright, video, you can start to come in and I'll center. It's very small.
Wow.
Wow.
So tiny.
Looks like it has a covering over it.
This actually might be a very tiny newly settled slime star. The slime stars have a covering, on the outside. We're in the depth range for sure.
Let's try the extra lights.
Very impressive.
Copy.
Okay, I think we can finally move on now.
Copy that, watch leads. Video, let me know when you're happy. It's as close as I can get. It's pretty much...
I think that looks great, and that shot looks great.
I think it's like a centimeter, maybe.
If that.
Yeah, maybe less.
Okay. Let's go with one more full screen shot of the white pink one.
Copy. Tilting up.
All done.
Stopped.
I feel like we haven't gone very far.
We haven't, I don't think.
But we've seen a lot. My coral species list is probably about double
Video's
what it was
clear.
yesterday
Copy
already.
that. Alright. Alright, watch leads, we're moving on.
Lights off.
Hi, Nav. Good morning. Yeah, so, nothing is particularly hard target here. The only feature that is of interest is the ridge that kind of goes waypoint 2, 3, 4. But, maybe taking the steepest terrain up to that ridge would be the most interesting, and hopefully we'll keep on this hard bottom.
I don't see anything else in my sonar to suggest anything.
If that's in the right direction.
Yeah. I said we get a 30-meter move in.
This way?
I'm happy with that, right? It's waypoint 2, right?
Yeah, 125. It's a little bit south of waypoint 2, maybe.
Yeah. Now, if we could do whenever you're ready, a 30-meter move in whatever direction you see fit. I'm happy with the direction of Sirius, but whatever we need to move with.
Yeah, 130, 125. Either of those are fine.
You could even do 120 if you wanted.
Here comes 120.
135.
120.
Sounds great.
Yeah, let's do it.
Looks like Sirius is picking up a little something
That's you.
out there.
Looks like something's scratching in the
Oh,
background.
D2, yeah. So
Yeah, I see that.
11.
This looks like
Yes,
a good
sir.
direction.
Yeah. It's decibel 7 now.
Oh,
It's
it's a big colony in the lower left corner right now.
Look at the lower left.
Copy that. Go into it.
Snap zoom on that. I think that's